Hey everybody, I'm Zach.
And I'm Bobby.
You're watching Now Let's Review, and we're going to be reviewing this new desktop composter next on Now Let's Review. All right, so Bobby, this is a composter. First of all, help me pronounce the name of it.
Well, it's Reencle.
Reencle.
Reencle,
okay.
yeah.
All right, I've been pronouncing it wrong the entire time.
I know, I thought it was Reencle, but it's Reencle. And yeah, this is a composter for indoors that you can use to throw away your food. It's all electric, and we're gonna talk about it today.
It's electric. So we've reviewed the composter made by Lomi. This is a similar one, but it has some differences.
The first major difference that you're gonna notice is that it's much bigger. So it actually contains a lot more space to put food in, but there's also no way to take out the compost. In the Lomi, you might remember there was a little bucket, and we would lift it and you could take that out, dump it in your garden. This is all part of the mechanism. You don't take it out, so you either have to scoop it out or bring it out to your garden by hand. So those are the main differences, but there's some really nice features about this one that I kind of like, which make me prefer it over the Lomi.
Yeah, because we've been using both for months now,
Yep.
and I found that we've been using this one more than the Lomi.
We have.
Why do you use this more?
Well, so some of the pros of this thing are that it's a lot less maintenance. It can sit in your kitchen, kind of just like a trash barrel. It actually even looks like a trash barrel. And it's got this really cool sensor here that when you put your foot over it, you can throw in your compost and you kind of just throw it in and let it go.
That's really nice. All right, now on the Lomi, we had to kind of get it started with Lomi pods, which are like little bacteria pods.
Yes.
What do we have to do to get this one started?
Well, that's another nice pro with this machine is that when you get it, it comes with a bag of an activator.
Okay.
And you pour that in with a cup of water. There's actually instructions to tell you exactly what the amounts are that you need to put in. And then you pretty much leave it in, and every time you empty it out, you leave a little bit at the bottom, and that actually keeps the activated bacteria going, so you don't have to ever put new pods in, which means you don't have to buy new activation material.
I like that.
It's really nice because you kind of just set it and forget it.
Okay, so this is a different philosophy than the Lomi though, right?
Yeah.
Because this one you're just constantly adding food to. You're not really even having to think about it. And then when it gets too full, you empty it. But now that seems to be maybe a weak point.
Yeah.
With the Lomi, you can take out that easy bucket, just put it on the garden. This one you were saying, wait, how do you get stuff out?
Well, you're seeing here now footage of me carrying it out to the garden.
Wait, the whole unit?
The whole unit I took out because, let's be honest, I mean, not a lot of us have buckets lying around for us to just kind of take everything out of this and put it in a bucket. I tried that once before. It caused a big mess. I got dirt all over your kitchen.
Oh, because this opens separately. So this part comes up, but then when you go all the way back, this opens up.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was a bit of a design flaw. Yeah, it's a little window here. The good thing is it does come with this little shovel, which you can use to scoop. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, I would really not recommend moving it from in here to a bucket in your house because it's just going to cause a big mess.
It's funny how manufacturers think that you're going to do this simple like scoop method, but it doesn't really work. And so therefore you were forced to do some other method that didn't really work.
Exactly, yeah, especially in the winter. Like, what are you going to bring this out into the snow? Like, where are you going to put it?
Let's talk about price though.
Yeah.
Because I think that's another con. I mean, if you're composting in your backyard, you can, like you do it, I mean, it's pretty much free.
Yeah.
But this thing is how much?
So this goes for $4.59. That's really out of a lot of people's price range for something that just kind of sits in your house. One of the great things about it though is you're kind of paying for the fact that it has no odor.
Right now, the unit is full of old food.
Yep.
And I'm not smelling anything.
So it actually comes with this charcoal filter here, which comes out, and you get 2 of them when it comes in, which is really convenient because we can now replace this.
Okay.
There's a second filter here, which you're supposed to clean. So I use this toothbrush and like wipe it off every now and then.
It's like a pre-filter kind of
It's a pre-filter, and so you have to make sure that that gets cleaned because if it doesn't, the smell can actually not filter through and it'll get even more smelly. So you do have to take care of it just a little bit. What you're paying for with the expensive price is essentially this filter and the fact that it's keeping the food dry and moving it. Like if you have dogs, they won't smell this because you can keep it in your house and it will stay pretty much neutral.
That is funny because like I put out our bucket of food and my mom's dog came over the other day and just started eating it. Okay, so doesn't smell like this, but when you get in front of it and the door opens, what are you smelling right now? 'Cause I'm smelling like an earthy, crunchy smell, but you don't like that smell.
I hate putting food in this composter because every time I open it, it kind of wafts this like bacterial kind of smell, it really kind of prevents me from wanting to throw food in there. And so when I do throw food in there, I kind of like use this, I back up and I put it in. And you know, it's not the end of the world because when it is shut, you don't smell anything.
Right.
But when you open it, it can kind of leak out. One of the things I don't love about the sensor is that it only stays open for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, it always as I'm about to pour stuff in, it starts to close on me.
Yeah, that happens every time. Like literally every time. Like right now I would have food, start to put it in and it chops my hand off. Right. So it doesn't hurt or anything, but it's just kind of like, so I find myself using this more than the other one.
Now the amazing part to me is that in about 24 hours, depending on what you put in, you have basically compost. And the way this works is it's basically heating it up, turning it around, getting everything to be perfect for those bacteria, and that's how you're able to get it so fast. But it uses electricity to do that. So we've been monitoring our electricity usage, and we've used it straight for like 4 months, and we've found that we've been using about 10 kilowatt hours per month. So what does that equate to in money?
So that equates to about $2 a month in electricity, which is really not that bad. Especially because you're getting compost with it, which we talked about in our Lomi review, which you can check out here. We kind of go over the amount of money that you can save in getting compost back from using these machines.
And I guess the other thing I want to talk about is that this thing is pretty darn quiet.
Yeah, it is.
We've had it like in the dining room space and it never really bugs anybody.
Yeah, it's really silent. Like I know we were comparing the Lomi to like a dishwasher kind of sound. This is even less than that.
Wow.
So that's another reason why you might kind of want this one instead.
You know what we should do? We should do a video where we pit the two against each other and we talk about their pros and cons, because I think if you're about to maybe pull the trigger on one of these, you're like, this is a lot of money and I want to make sure I get the one that's right for me.
Yeah.
So I will say I like them both, but they both have slightly different use cases. So maybe let's do that.
Yeah, let's definitely do it. And you know, definitely subscribe to this channel because who knows, maybe someone will come up with a product where they combine the best of both worlds at some point.
Yeah.
I would say overall, if you have the budget for this, it would be really, really cool to have in your house. But like me, I just kind of throw it in my composter outside and I don't have any issues. So we're not really quite there yet, but Reencle did do a great job with this. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button because the like button helps us spread our videos to more people. And we definitely want you to join our team of Now Let's Review so that we can keep making content for you.
And if you want to check out the Reencle, check out our link down below. You'll be able to find it there so you can maybe pick up yours. We'll see you next time.
Now let's review.